Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So on today's video I'm going to be doing my updated makeup routine. I believe the last time I did a makeup routine that was about I think a year ago, and I know some of you really enjoyed that makeup video, and I have been getting some questions to give you guys an updated routine. So I have been doing things a little bit different. Technique around the eyes is a little bit the same, but overall how I do my foundation and my everything is different. I'm also going to have all of the products listed down below with my shades. The products that I'm using are like my go-to. I always every time I run out, I stock up on them, and I really like them. They do the job for me. Great for photos, and I use them all the time. So I hope you guys enjoy this updated makeup routine, and let's get started. So with my makeup, I always start with my face first, and then I kind of move on to my eyes last. If you get fallout, you can definitely do it the other way around. It's completely up to you. My face is nice and moisturized and clean, and I have used this lip balm by Faced Cosmetics. This is what it looks like. It's the Hangover Pilow Balm lip treatment. This thing, you guys, I literally wear this before bed anytime I get really chapped lips. It is amazing. It feels so nice. I don't know why it smells like bubblegum. Oh, I just want to eat it. It's so good. Yeah, really recommend this lip balm, but any that you have will do. I'm just letting you know what I have on. Okay, so my go-to foundation that I have been wearing for the last year has been this foundation. So this foundation doesn't get cakey, it lasts all day, and it gives your skin a really beautiful glow, but it doesn't look oily or anything. This is the Born This Way Too Faced foundation in the color Golden, and I just use it with a brush like this. And this is from Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I normally always do 2 pumps, 2 and a little bit. I like to even it everywhere first. Blend. Make sure you just blend everywhere around your nose, and make sure your neck is blended. Okay, so that's the foundation done. What I like to do next is I like to use a second foundation. Now I only use this foundation on areas that I need a little bit more coverage, and oh my god, this routine never fails me. It always gives me the perfect base. So this is the foundation that I'm going to be using. It's Hourglass. It's a stick foundation, and the shade is Golden as well. And I have a little bit of pigmentation around this. I think it's my Latina inheritance. So I like to just lighten it. And if you have any breakouts, or you have any spots that you want to cover, this is really good. And then I like to just dab it with my beauty blender. And the reason why I like to do it on top and not underneath is because I don't want to move the product. I want it to blend where I've placed it, if you're wondering. And no, you can't notice it. You just need to make sure it's blended out. Alright, so after this I normally move on to my eyebrows. Whatever you have, a spoolie, I have this iconic brush, and I just brush my eyebrows upwards. And then with the same stick foundation that I just showed you, this stick foundation, I'm going to be using to trace my eyebrows and really give me that neat look. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is a synthetic brush, and this one is the BH Cosmetics number 7 brush, and I just like to put a little bit on the brush and then trace the eyebrows kind of. And I don't do this with concealer because I like my concealer to be slightly lighter than my foundation, just so it can brighten my under eyes. So I like to do it with the same foundation that I'm using so it's not noticeable. And I do this all the time. Now if you have an eyebrow routine and you like to fill them in and do all that kind of stuff, go ahead and do that. I just have a lot of eyebrow. If I fill them in, it just looks really crazy. And I just like to blend it out with like my finger, or you can like just go over it with the brush. And as you can see, like that's the before and that's the after. It kind of just looks a little bit more uniformed. It just looks more well put together. Alright, so this is what the base looks like so far. So the first concealer that I like to use is this concealer by Maybelline in the color 20 Sand. Love this product. It just blends out so well, and it's like it's got a really nice yellowy undertone, which kind of blends in with my skin. And then I just run it down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, sides of my face, and a little bit here. And I just blend that out with this sponge. This one I'm kind of dabbing rather than like moving, so you want to dab, dab, dab. And this sponge is from Real Techniques as well. I really like it. Okay, and then I like to use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Now the reason why I use the Maybelline one first is because the Maybelline one has a really nice natural consistency. It's not very thick, it blends out really well, and I don't know, I kind of use it more like as a brightening, a little bit of concealing. And I don't like to use this one all over my face because it's like, to me it's very full coverage, so I just kind of like to use it just for the under eyes. And this one is in the color Light Medium Sand. Now apparently when I bought this concealer, I went to Sephora and I was asking a lady that worked there. I was like, hey, like what do I use to set this concealer? Like you see, as you can see, it's like very full coverage. You only need a little bit of this. Like don't put too much unless you know how to use it. Like a little bit goes a long way. And I just like take that on my eyelid because that's gonna act as my primer for the eyes. Yeah, so the lady at Sephora, she's like, oh, you don't set this concealer with powder, like it sets on its own, so don't put any powders on it because it will get cakey. I was like, okay. I still set it, but that doesn't happen to me. What I like to do after this is I use this MAC powder. Excuse the makeup there. This is the Mineralize Skin Finish in medium tan. This is what it looks like. I never used to use powders on my face. I would always use translucent, which I still do, but this is really, really nice. It kind of brings that warmth back onto the skin, and it is a mineralized skin finish, so it's not going to be too heavy. Now I just put it on my brush like this, tap, and I just kind of apply it all over my face. I don't use it under my eyes, but this kind of sets everything, and you know, it just gives you that like airbrush look. And I don't use heaps, like I just use a little bit. And then for my under eyes, I like to go in with this powder. Now I know this is a lot of products, but you use what you have. This is what works for me, and this is what I like to do my makeup with. This is the Katvon D translucent powder, which sure you cap the top before you open it. It's a really nice fine powder. You know what, I've never tried the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I really want to try it. Let me know if you really like that one as well. So I grabbed this much, and I kind of, I'm not baking, I'm just kind of like very quickly setting it. Okay, so that's the foundation. Now there's no cakiness, there is no unevenness, like you are getting like a pretty full coverage makeup skin routine that is going to like last you through everything. It looks flawless on camera, I never get flashback, and I know I'm using quite a bit of products, but like I'm using them in a minimal way. Okay, so next step is I contour my face. I am absolutely in love with this product. It is amazing. This is my contouring bronzer. This is Too Faced. I'm so sorry, this, I don't know what shade it is because it's rubbed off. That's how long I've had it for. I'll try to find out, but it is like a muted kind of brown, and I use this to contour my nose. So I grabbed just like a flat brush like this. Now this is like a game changer. So there is all different ways of contouring your nose, because you know we all want to achieve a different look. What I want to achieve is I like the tip of my nose to look more square, and I like it to look smaller. So I don't contour down here, I contour at the bottom. So I like to do a little dot there. I don't know how to explain it, just watch. And this is what I do every time. I know it's not like the biggest difference, but it makes a difference for me. Make sure you blend it in. There you go. Just makes your nose kind of look smaller, or that's what I feel like it does for me. Now I go straight in with bronzer. I used to be the type to have like a full-on contouring routine. I'm kind of over that at this stage in my life. Maybe I'll get back into it, and I just like to make it simple, and I do this like every single day, and it works fine for me. This is a Too Faced bronzer, and this is the Gingerbread Tan bronzer. Gingerbread, it kind of has more of a reddish undertone, which I love. So I use it on an angle brush like this. Tap. And I'm gonna start with my forehead. Now, if you're wondering why do people put makeup on their forehead, it's like to make it smaller. If you do it like on the outside of like your forehead, like it kind of makes the illusion that you have a smaller forehead, and also it just like brings warmth back onto the skin. And then I like to use it like right under my cheekbones. And if you don't know where your cheekbones are, you just smile, and like it should just like be there right underneath. Or you can line the top of your ear with the end of your mouth, and you go in from there. Don't take it up too low because it's just not going to look cute. The jawline. Legend says that if you put it on your jawline, it gets rid of your double chin. Makes it look sharp. It makes it look sharper. So I always do that. And just your ears. So as you can see, it gives you a really nice glow and like contour. Okay, so if you're going for like a bronze goddess look, you can definitely use it as a blush as well, and a bit of highlighter, and you're good to go. So after that, I go back on this end and just like blend it all out. You don't want to have any lines. Now this brush, if you're wondering, this is a Sephora brush. I love this brush. It's so fluffy, it's so soft on your skin, and it's the 201 powder and contour brush, and I use this all the time. Now I kind of go into my eyes. I don't use blush yet because depending on my eyes, I like to kind of play off with the blush, and I just think blush really gives off the mood of the look for me. I've always loved blush and I use it all the time. And of course highlight, I do it at the end depending on how extra I want to be. So I've been using this Face palette, and just a disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by Too Faced. I do have different like products like James Charles palette. I have a lot of different makeup. It's just the things that I've been loving for a while now, and that's why if you're finding that I'm using a lot of Too Faced, it's because like I just have it and I've used it and it works for me. So I'm gonna be using this palette. This is the Natural Lust palette, and if you have this palette, then you know it's really beautiful for just like everyday neutral tones. As you can see, I use this shade a lot, which is what I'm going to be using today, but it's just like the perfect everyday palette for me. So I'm going to kind of zoom in into my eyes a little bit more. We're going to be using this shade, Silk Robe, and we're going to be putting that all over the lid area. So I'm just going to grab it with a little flat brush like this. Now this is gonna just work as a really nice neutral layer on the eyelid, and when I put all the other colors, everything's just gonna look amazing at the same thing on this side. So it's really simple. Next shade that I love using on my eyelids is Afternoon Delight. I'm gonna go in with a BH Cosmetics brush number 5. So with Afternoon Delight, just grab it on the brush, tap the excess off, and I'm just gonna be popping it right in here, so in your crease, and I'm gonna be fanning it outwards. So I'll show you. And now we do have to build on this color because this is almost like a cut crease kind of look, like a more natural cut crease. Normally people would cut the cut crease and just make it like all glamorous, but for my glam, I don't do that. I just do this. So you're literally doing the same motion a couple of times until you get your desired consistency. If this is enough for you, then stop it there. If it isn't, I just keep going. This is normally where I stop. Now the same shade I'm going to bring down to the under eye, Afternoon Delight. And if you're not, like if you get scared of putting makeup under your eyes, you can use a smaller brush and like do it very, very still, but I just use the same brush. So you're gonna have something that looks like this. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this eye. So that's what the eyes look like so far. And then what I like to do is I do the highlight tones now. For the highlight tones, I like to use a smaller brush that looks like this. And I'm gonna go in with this shade and this shade mixed together. And this is gonna go in the inner tear duct and under the brow bone. And I kind of bring it in just a tad bit. And then I do the same thing underneath here. And same thing on this side. Oh my god, my previous makeup routine is so different to this one.
What makes it so different?
I've evolved. Look at this.
I've evolved.
Look how dark my eyes were. Like, don't get me wrong, this is poppin'. If you want to see this, go check out my makeup routine I did a year ago. It looks on point, but girl, look at me. God, this is so different. I love it though. Look how much more neutral and plain I've gotten. Wow. Back to the video, guys. So what makes this look like really pretty and why I love it is because I kind of use rose gold on my eyelids. So I'm going to use this color here called Flirty Pop. And I'm just going to be placing it in this lid, but I'm not going to take it all the way in. I'm just going to leave this kind of space there and put it on the rest of the eyelid. This is what it looks like. So that's the eyes. Just wipe off anything under the eyes here. Now, I use that exact same shade, Flirty Pop, and I just place it just in the center of the under eye here. Just like that. It just kind of brings a bit of lightness to the eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my mascara now, and I like to use full and soft. Honestly, I don't like to use, I just use whatever mascara I have at hand. I really don't care about mascaras. I have no lashes and I just wear false lashes anyways. And this is the only mascara I have near me right now. Love this eyeliner. It's the Better Than Sex Easy Glide Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the deepest black shade. And it's kind of like a little pen liner. It's super dark and so easy to use, and I really like it. I like to go back in with my mascara, and this time I'm gonna do bottom lashes as well. I love putting mascara on my bottom lashes. I just think it makes the biggest difference. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in my falsies, and I'll be right back. Voila. Falsies are on. Alright, you guys, so what I've done is I've just gone over my eyeliner just to make sure like everything blends, and I'm just gonna go with my mascara, just over with my mascara one more time to just make sure everything blends. And these are the finished eyes. So as you can see, this makeup is more about like the eyes not having too much, the skin being nice and flawless, and just being a little bit more wearable. So I like the way everything looks right now. I'm gonna go ahead and go with my blush. Now I have this blush palette by Makeup Revolution. It's the Hot Spice palette. Now honestly, like, I've had the blushes that you buy from MAC or NARS and stuff like that, but I like to have a variety because I like to mix my blushes in. I don't like to just have one, and these are what the shades look like. I like to mix like these 4 shades here, but today I'm gonna go in with these 2, and I'll show you what these shades look like. The first blush, and this is the second one. So it's like lighter, and I just grab this Real Techniques blush brush. Smile. Put it just on the apples of my cheeks, going upwards. And I just like to blend it out with that blush. So now we're gonna go in with my all-time favorite highlighter. This is by MAC, and this is Whisper of Guilt Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and this is what it looks like. It is so beautiful, and I like to use this on the tip of my nose, my Cupid's bow. I'll show you. So tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, like that. My Cupid's bow. And the tops of my cheeks, I like to use it with a little brush like this. Do you see how pretty this is? And depending on how much you would like to glow, just build it up. And then I use my beauty sponge. Just blend it. Okay, last but not least, the lips. I'm gonna use this lip pencil that I have that I got from Dhabi's Cosmetics Co. This is what it looks like. So if you've seen it, it's in the color 21. But this is the color. So it's like a brownie shade. This is like my little tricks for making my lips look nice and beautiful. I'm gonna just get rid of the lip balm. The times that I've had my makeup done, I've been told to kind of pretty much make the size of your lips smaller and go outwards on the inner part to kind of have that pouting effect. So I like to go from the outside out. See how I'm like taking it in a lot here, but I'm going outwards. And I like to kind of contour. Okay, and then the top, kind of exaggerate your cupid's bow. And once you exaggerate it, just follow your natural like lip line coming down. After that, I just go straight in with my lipstick. I just like to use this NYX lip cream in the shade Abu Dhabi, and I use it all over my lips. And I do go over the lip liner because you can go over it again after. So this is literally like my signature look. With the lip liner again, you can go like over the outside. Another trick, like if you want to get like really just like big lips, like you can add your contour color and then just make a little shadow under the lip. And we are all done. This is the final look. This is my absolutely go-to look. Literally use all these products all the time. I really recommend them. And if you have a similar like skin tone complexion to me, I know they'll definitely work for you. Alright guys, so that brings me to the end of this makeup tutorial. This was so much fun. I love doing my makeup and I love sharing with you all my little tips and tricks. I feel like I'm doing my makeup so differently to how I used to do it like a year ago, but this works for me, and honestly it's actually like so easy for me to do. So I hope you try some of these tricks and products. Also, if you're wondering what products I used and the shades that I've used, I'm gonna leave everything in the description box below. So I hope you like this makeup look, and I'll see you guys really soon on my next tutorial. Bye.